Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. It's 2 days since this parcel arrived and I thought I'd open it up on camera and just haven't got round to it. So I'm going to do it tonight. It's a few very small goodies from Chanel makeup. Nothing new. There aren't, as far as I'm aware, any new releases in the UK. The Les Beige has been out a couple of weeks. If you haven't seen the packaging, it comes quite well packed with a little compliments card with love from Chanel and whoever packed it for you. And for bigger purchases, sometimes you get one of their nice Chanel boxes, but generally they come in these kind of concertina wrappings. I tend to, even if I'm buying quite a lot, as I think I've said, divide my purchases up into separate orders, because everything over £50 you get a couple of samples, but they don't give you an extra couple for every £50 you spend in one order, so it pays to divide your order up. Silly of them, but there we go. This is what I bought. It's Les Beige Eau de Teinte Water Fresh Tint, which you know that I've talked about before. I've had it before. I've got it here, and you can see I've used about half of it. This one is in the shade Light, and I think when I bought it, and I bought it in store, this was the only shade they had. I don't think I realised it came in other shades. I'm not sure that it actually did when it was very first released. Some of you may know that. I certainly didn't realise at the time. And this was all I was shown, and this was what I got. I started off, if you go back through my videos, because I never take them down unless there's something really awful. I didn't like it at all when I first got it and gave it a bit of a negative review. I thought it didn't do anything for me, and since then I've become a real fan. You have to apply it correctly to get any coverage at all, but when you do, you get a decent lightweight coverage that feels really nice and lasts really well. It's absolutely ideal product for light coverage. It's very light in the summer or in hot weather. So I thought I would get it in a different shade, medium, because there seem to be about 5 or 6 shades. And I'm figuring that although I would normally take very light colours, because this is such a lightweight product, I could go up. And I in fact went up 2 shades. I think there was a light plus before the medium, so I'm hoping I've got that right, because I've just bought it sight unseen. But as I say, they're so light that I really don't think it's a problem. I mean, you can see it looks much darker than my skin. Now, the mistake I made when I first started wearing these was just to put it on my fingers and rub it on. It comes with the little brush. Very divided views. Some people hate them. I mean, it's okay for doing this job. It's not as nice as I have a Shiseido brush like this, which I actually think is really good for putting on foundation. This is a bit floppier, and I only use it for this one. But what you need to do is kind of break up the product, and it makes a real difference when you apply it. So I think that is just going to give me a little tiny bit of, it's not showing brilliantly in the viewfinder. There's a slightly goldeny colour. Really pretty, actually. I'm excited to try that and see what it looks like on the face. Very different. I've unfortunately put it all over my hand, so I'm not going to be able to compare it with my... Let's put it on this one. With the Light, which is a much rosier colour. I haven't put as much on there. I don't know whether you will see. I don't think you're going to see any difference actually in the viewfinder. They do look different in real life. There's a definite kind of goldy sheen on this one, which is more of a kind of translucent sheen on that one. but they feel really nice and moisturising. So as I say, great product for the hot weather. So that comes, each time you buy it, you get a new brush. So it's got its own little brush. I know some people would rather pay less and just get the refills. I don't really mind too much. Now, I bought something else. Oh, I thought I did. Yep, down here. So another item from the Les Beige. Again, going up from my usual light to medium. This is the lip balm. Again, just one of those nice, comfortable products. So that looks quite kind of red, true red. You can see it comes off more of the kind of slightly berry, very lightly rosed fragrance. I had to dig around to find my old one of these, which it was called number 10. They've kind of rechristened them now, so I think they're light, medium, dark, etc. But this is the one I've got, which is very, you can see, very nude, barely there colour, which on my lips, that's literally the colour of my lips. So no colour at all, but a nice kind of lip balm. Do these have SPF? I think they might do, although it doesn't actually say. So perhaps not. So they're just called Les Beige Belmine Healthy Glow Lip Balm. So I thought I would get another of those. Now, part of the reason I invested in another bottle of the Chanel before I finished the first freshwater tint that I've got, partly because I think probably in the summer one can warrant a bit of a darker colour for coverage, even though you haven't been seeing an awful lot of sunshine here in lockdown. But also because I bought a very disappointing item a couple of weeks ago, which was going to be my summer coverage. Very foolishly, I bought before I'd done my research, although having done the research since, I think nobody's given this product negative reviews, but it's going to get one from me. So Giorgio Armani. Now, I've never bought a foundation from Giorgio Armani, and I've bought very little. I think I've maybe had a lipstick and a eyeshadow palette. So I'm not an aficionado of their makeup range, but I know is it Luminous Silk? Really popular foundation. Just never managed to get good assistance in store to colour match, although I've kind of stopped off at the counter on many occasions and tried to buy it. Now, this is a relatively new product called Neo Nude, which is, that's better, just focusing a little bit better, a light coverage, kind of glorified CC cream. And I thought it sounded fantastic. It was not cheap, and it's probably the ugliest coverage I can remember for a long time. I'm not sure why it's not working on me. Well, I know why it's not working on me. When I put it on, it absolutely highlights every enlarged pore on my face. And I have quite a few enlarged pores around the sides of the nose and in the crease of my chin. A lot of ladies of my age do. So it is an ongoing problem, but I have never found a product that magnified them as much as this. Now, I'm not quite sure why. I wondered if I'd got the wrong shade, because sometimes if you get too light a shade, and it's a reasonably pigmented product, I put too much on there. You can see for a low coverage foundation, it's quite greasy, I think. I'm not even going to rub all that in. I'm going to have to rub that off while I'm talking. I've tried it with various primers. I hadn't expected to have to wear a primer with it because part of the beauty of the kind of light coverage foundations or BB creams in the summer is I don't wear a primer. I only expect to have to wear a primer with a more serious coverage makeup. So, but to try and make this wearable, I've tried my primers, including my favourite primer that generally works the best for me, which is the Tom Ford one. It improved the pore situation, but they still didn't look good. So, I mean, I have to say, we can't return makeup in this country like you can in the States. So I guess that's going on eBay, but horrified. So I then went on YouTube and looked at various people. There aren't that many reviews of it, but the few that I saw said it was great and they liked it, or they gave it, you know, kind of average reviews. So I don't know if it's just me and my pores are even worse than I'm happy to accept. But I have to say, this is big, expensive disappointment, and I absolutely would caution you against buying it, certainly without trying it out on the affected areas in store before you buy it, certainly if you're in the UK and you can't return it, because I thought it's a big problem in that area. So I don't like giving, well, I don't like giving negative reviews, and they're seldom wholly negative, but this one absolutely is. But I'm pretty sure that I will enjoy the Chanel Freshwater tint. That's a safer purchase for me, having had it before. So I'd be interested to hear if any of you fell for the Armani Neo Nude, and please reassure me it's not just me who doesn't get on with it. I've got a few other products to show you in the next few days, but until next time, bye for now.